you guys, this is going to be my baby legs tutorial video. If you would like to know how to make these cute little baby legs for a cheap and inexpensive way, keep watching and I'll show you how. Guys, I'm going to show you today how to make baby leggings, and what you're going to need is a pair of like knee-high socks. If you're making them for a baby, like a younger baby, I would suggest that you buy smaller ones. I bought these from Walmart. They had this pair and this pair for, I think it was like $2.48, but they're super, super, super long. So I'm going to show you guys a way to do them with short socks, but also with long socks. So what you're going to need is, like I said, those long socks, a pair of scissors, and some thread and a needle. And I suggest that if you have a sewing machine, then use a sewing machine, but I don't, so I hand sew them, and then I have my Aunt Kim go over them with a machine. So let's get started. So I decided I was going to do this video after I'd already cut everything. So I wanted to show you guys this. This isn't even the piece that goes to the sock, but I'm just using it as an example. Okay, so here's a really long sock, okay? So just wanted to let you guys know that. So I decided, since this was such a long sock, not to cut the foot part, and I can make myself a pair of socks. But since this is like such a long sock, because this piece right here, I already measured it, is about all the length of a legging that Isabel will need. So pretend like this isn't cut. What you're going to do for an extra long sock is you're going to cut off the whole foot, and you're going to scoop that away. And then I cut off only this much, but it was still too long, so I cut off this extra piece. So let me put everything back. Let me show you. With a normal legging, like this part's not too long or whatever, what you're going to do is you're only going to cut right here, and then you're going to cut right here. And what you're going to use is this middle part of your sock and then this whole part, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I made my cuts, let's see, right there, and right there, and right there. So what I'm actually going to be using is just this and this. And then this piece, see how it's a little bit smaller than the sock? Do you see that? See how it has like this much space? What you're going to do is you're going to, once you cut this off, it'll be the same length as the sock. You're going to trim it off just a little bit. I couldn't find the piece to show you guys, but what you're going to do, see how you're just basically, say you're going to cut it right here. So you'll take your scissors and cut right there, and then you're going to want to make it just a little bit smaller, and you're going to cut off about that much of it. So about like 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 of an inch off. Depends on how wide your baby's ankle is. So then we're going to go on from there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece that you cut apart to make a little smaller piece, and you're going to sew. Okay, you're going to want to fold it in half like this, and you're going to want to sew these pieces together. So what you're going to do, you see the ugly side, you see the pretty side. You're going to fold the ugly sides touching with each other, and then you're going to sew together these two edges. So let me get my needle and thread ready, and then I will come back. If I can get the video to. So I finally finished sewing it, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and trim my thread. And see, this is not very pretty at all. Like, it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't need to be pretty. It's going to go on the inside, so don't feel the need to make it look fantastic. I mean, if you have a sewing machine, great, but I don't. So then what you're going to do is you're going to open it up so you can see through it. Okay, then you're going to flip it inside outwards. So the ugly side you really can't even see, which is also a good thing. So I came up with this tip, and I'm hoping that you guys will get what I'm trying to say. So let's go ahead and I'll just show you. Okay, so sorry I had to thread my needle again. Okay, now if you have a sewing machine, I don't know what it's called, but it's like the part where okay, let's say this is the sewing machine, the needle's going to go into it like this, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to slip your sock over that so it'll be able to sew up, but since I don't have that, and my Aunt Kim will do it for me, but I'm going to use a water bottle. So what I'm going to do, I mean, you don't have to do this, you can sew it by hand, but it's a lot easier. Hang on, I put it in the wrong way. Just because, since the part that you made, this part, is a lot smaller than the opening of the cut part of your sock, so it's harder to sew, but if you can do it, go for it. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to flip it back over to the ugly side, remember the ugly side, and once you put your sock on your water bottle, you're going to take, let's see if my belly will hold it up. Yeah. Okay, it's not going to. You're going to take the ugly side and slip it, it'll let me, flip it over the sock. So what it's going to look like whenever you first put it on, is like this. Like there's the pretty part of the regular sock and then here's the ugly part. So then what you're going to do is you're going to pick what seam that you want, because this will be your seam, so you need to pick where you want that to be at. So I think that actually this is a good spot right where it is, because I want this bow right here to be in the front. So then you're going to take your ugly part and scoot it as close as you can get to the edges of your sock. Okay, so once it gets like this, then you're going to take your needle, I don't know if you can see that, your needle, and you're going to sew around this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will show you guys, well, I'll start it off so you guys can see what I'm talking about, since I have it on a water bottle. Okay, we'll start right here. What you're going to do is you're just going to take your needle, and you're going to put it through all three of those levels, all three of those layers, and you're going to pull it through. Sorry, you need a lot of thread for this, by the way. And then, since I only know one simple thread technique, go ahead and do that. I don't know where my string is. Okay, so somehow okay, there it goes. So my knot is started. I don't know why my regular, anyway, so what you're going to do is you're just going to sew all around this part. So look, see how this part right here is? You're just going to sew these layers all together. And after I finish, I will show you guys. Okay, so I finally finished sewing around all of this, so now you're going to take it off of your water bottle, or if you have a sewing machine, off your sewing machine, and then you're just going to flip the ugly part down, and there you have it, a baby legging. It's a simple thing to do. This is a lot wider than I wanted it to be, and I think it's because it's been on the water bottle. I'll probably wash these to make them shrink again. Sorry for my hand being right there, but baby leggings. Oh, how cute. And I will get to doing the other one, and these are for Valentine's Day, so yeah, I think I did a pretty good job with my sewing. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or any tutorials that you'd like me to do, and if I can do them, I'll get to them. Bye.